Hello and welcome to this tutorial. I'm going to show you how to script your very first JavaScript alert using the code.org Weblap IDE. So you have your script open tag and close tag set up as you can see here on my screen. So I have my JavaScript tag opened and closed. I have this analogy that I'm using, the wall between my HTML and my JavaScript. And in here, I'm just going to put in a comment to begin with, and comments in JavaScript are just your double backslash. And I'm just going to pop in here that I will create an alert. And that's just showing you how to create a comment. And to set up an alert saying it's popping up every time I'm trying to type it in. So what I might do is just comment it out while I'm typing it in. So I just made up an alert there saying, and say hello, I am an alert. And if I take my comment tag off for a moment, you can see this here. It's coming up, hello, I am an alert. Just finish that off with a semicolon there at the end, and it just pops up. So if I refresh my page, I'm going to get this hello, I'm an alert every time. So JavaScript works really like Python in that it reads your code line by line. JavaScript is a programming language. Python is also a programming language. JavaScript can do calculations and it can give results, the very same as Python can. So they're quite closely aligned. So I'm going to spend a bit of time now explaining how we can pull this alert in at a time when we want it to do something, to react to our website. At the moment it's just popping up. Usually alerts would respond to a particular task. So I'm just going to comment it out for the moment. And I'm going to go up to the body of my web page in my HTML. And if I set up a button, for example, and when I click on that button I want an alert to pop up on the screen. So to code a button in HTML is just a button tag. And I want the user to be able to identify it. So I'm going to say click me, so that they will press on it. So when I view my page now, I have this click me. When I press it, nothing is happening. So I'm going to use my JavaScript to make my website interactive. What I need to do in JavaScript is create a function to call my alert at a time when I want it to be used. So I'm going to set up a function here in my JavaScript. And to set up a function is just lowercase f, UCT function. Sorry, lowercase. And I'm going to call it a name, so I'm going to call it alert function, for example. Open bracket, close bracket. I'm going to open my curly bracket. Inside of my curly bracket, I'm going to move up my alert. Now I have set up an alert function in my JavaScript. This alert function, the name of this function is alert function, open bracket, close bracket. When I want to call that in my script, it's going to be at the time when the user presses the button. So what I'm going to do is button, and before this angle bracket here, I'm going to put in a little bit of code to say on click, inside of my quotation marks, I need this alert function to be called. So I can either copy that little function there, or I can just type it in, whichever is easier. Then make sure that you have your angle bracket closed before the click me and the button here. Now, if any of the spellings were wrong here, it wouldn't call the correct function. So let's just have a look at this for a moment. So I'm going to refresh my button, my page. I click on Click Me and my alert pops up. Hello, I'm an alert. Now my website is interactive. It is responding to the user's click and sending back out a message. So you have now made your website interactive using JavaScript. Be careful though. If any of these spellings were wrong, say I make a spelling mistake here, refresh it, and I click on that, nothing is happening. So debugging it will finding the bugs. You will find your spelling mistake, and when you click on it, the alert pops up. You have now created a function using JavaScript that sends a message out to the user that responds to the user's input. Thank you.